Over the last few weeks, I've been testing one of the most insane electric scooters on the market for one of the most crazy prices that you can get it for. This is the Iahora Tiger King, and it is a $1,700 powerhouse. Now, the last few weeks torturing the scooter have been a blast, so roll the tape. $3,400 watts of power through dual motors with 11-inch wheels. The acceleration on this scooter is insane, as I'm going to show you guys in a bit. This scooter is supposed to be fully waterproof, which I'm planning on testing in this video by driving this through some deep puddles, or maybe just putting it completely underwater. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see. I think we're going to go ahead and start out with a top speed test. Then we're going to move on to racing some cars just for the hell of it. I might do an acceleration test. I might do a range test. We'll see. I'm just ready to get on this scooter and have some fun today. Now, I figure a lot of you guys haven't even heard of this scooter before, the Iahora Tiger King. This is a $1,700 scooter. Sometimes it goes down to $1,600 if it's on sale. You can buy this for a little bit cheaper if you use my discount code, which is always awesome. Without further ado, let's just get this thing on the road. Because I have my little speedometer app, we're gonna see how fast of a top speed we can get on this scooter. Go ahead and leave your guesses as to how fast this thing is gonna get in the comments down below. I'm guessing we're gonna get about 44. All right, let's see the acceleration. 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's just mad. This thing's gonna accelerate much faster than any e-bike, that's for sure. All right, come on. I'm just gonna get into a tucked position. There's not much wind, which is a good thing, so I think that's gonna help us here. Okay, it says we're going 43, 44. Hey! Dude! Guys, I think we hit 45. I'm gonna have to double check that. I last saw 44 and it felt like we went a little bit faster. And here's the beauty of owning a scooter. You can just kind of squeeze right past people. All right, I'm on the sidewalk here. This is a little awkward, but let me slow down and see what we got on this bad boy. Okay, trip history, April 10th, 44.7 miles per hour. This thing is seriously fast. Now, a lot of these companies will claim that their bikes or scooters go way faster than they actually do. And although they did claim that this thing does get up to, I think, 46.5 miles per hour, 45 isn't far off. Like, that's really close, especially considering that I weigh more than your average person. I'm gonna get on the road here in a second. Let's go race some cars. So I think this is like a 40 mile per hour speed limit. I think as long as you're not on a highway, you're gonna be able to keep up on just about any road. That's for sure. So I'm actually accelerating past these guys. I wonder what they're thinking. They're getting beat out by a scooter right now. All right, we're hitting 42 on this. This is a trip. Oh man. This is so fast. You know, I had my 010X and that thing promised to go 40. Did not go 40. Was I able to ride on roads like this? Yeah, sort of, but not as comfortably as I can on this thing. And this is so much cheaper. So one thing about the scooter that's interesting to me is that it really accelerates well even when you're at the higher speeds. Like, we're going close to 40. We're at 38 miles per hour. And when I hit the throttle, like, it still pulls. Like, you can feel a little bit of a pull, which is honestly just impressive. Not only does it get past 40 miles per hour, but even when you're at 40, you hit that accelerator and you can just feel it pull. Dude, we're on the street with a freaking scooter. This thing weighs 90 pounds. It's freaking beast, dude. I do wish this thing had some little mirrors on it. That way I can see behind me, but that's kind of an accessory you'd get yourself, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna get onto this side of the road. Dude, we are shooting up this hill going 30. No issues. Yeah, buddy. Ah, this thing's awesome. It's pretty stable too, I gotta say. You know, one thing I was kind of worried about was the stability of the scooter. What's the learning curve gonna be like? Is it gonna be unstable while going at high speeds? And it's not like an e-bike or a motorcycle where, you know, you're just chilling and you can let go of the handlebars. Certainly not as bad as you'd think. It's kind of hard to like grasp how fast the acceleration on the scooter is on the camera, but in person, you get on this thing and you're like, damn, that is fast. So what I'm gonna do is look at the speedometer here. And then I'm basically just gonna say now, once I reach 30 miles per hour, we're gonna go up and down the street because I actually have some trails this way that I want to check out on the scooter just to test the suspension a little bit. But acceleration test, that's important. I'm gonna say now when we reach 30. 3, 2, 1, go. Third. I said third. I meant to say now. All right, I'm gonna lean forward like a lot for this one. 3, 2, 1. Now. All right, I'll put the time up on the screen. It felt like maybe 4 or 5 seconds, which isn't bad. Gotta put this suspension to the test a little bit. We've got a, oh my God. We've got a little trail right here. It's usually pretty empty. Sometimes you'll go around a corner and there's like a mom with a stroller, so you gotta be a little bit careful. But I haven't done too much off-roading on this thing, so this is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Feels like it's handling it pretty well. I don't know how much these off-road tires really help on this scooter, because I feel like the traction's mostly coming from like the center of gravity, and with these scooters, it's just really high up. Oh, that's a thrill. Certainly quite a bit faster than I'm typically comfortable with, but it'll manage. That was freaking awesome. Let me do that again. I gotta do that again. Okay, so what I'm really interested in is if there's that much of a difference between the hardest setting on the suspension and the softest. I think I have it sort of in between right now. I kind of want to just move it to the softest just to see how that feels. I think the adjustment is on the inside here. Where is the adjustment? Oh, here it is. Plus, let's go minus. How does this feel? Oh yeah, that's springy. And the rebound on the suspension too, it doesn't immediately shoot back up, which is really nice. A lot of suspension, the rebound will just immediately shoot back up, and it just makes for a really bumpy ride. But this stuff actually has kind of a slow release. So I'm gonna shoot it up this hill again. Definitely feeling quite a bit softer. Not sure how much I like this actually. Whew. I kind of like the stiffer suspension setup, so let me get it back to there. Yeah, there we go. So after off-roading this scooter for a little bit, as you can see, it is now considerably dirty, so I think it's time we test the waterproof rating on this bad boy by giving it a proper wash. All right, so as you saw, I got the scooter pretty dirty, so right now I'm at the perfect place to give this scooter a wash. So I wouldn't really recommend you try this one at home. This is what I call the Ender Prism Special, just me going above and beyond to really put this scooter to the test. It seemed crazy to me to think that an electric vehicle, which is something that you'd want to keep far away from water, would be able to handle this type of exposure without an issue, so I really just wanted to put it to the test to see if their claims were valid or not. And well, here's what happened. Okay. So yeah, we gave this scooter a nice little wash. It's looking considerably cleaner now, and I'm happy with my results. So in one of the most impressive displays of idiocy you have ever seen, we got this scooter cleaned up, and believe it or not, it still works just fine. So I think the next move here is to do a proper range test, because this is a 60 volt, 26 amp hour battery. You know this thing is gonna go far. So keep in mind, for this range test, I'm gonna be doing everything in my power to drain the scooter's battery as fast as possible. Dual motor, speed mode 5, we're gonna be going as fast as I can just to see what the minimum range on this scooter is. And what I mean by that is the lowest possible range that you're gonna get out of this thing on any given day. I'm excited to see what we get. So leaving my homestead with a fire that could only be quenched by range testing this electric vehicle, I was optimistic that this thing was going to be able to go pretty darn far. And, well, the results speak for themselves. 7,000 Boeing 747s, 14,000 335 giraffes. Yes, you heard me right. We won a total distance of 796,000 football fields. Or for those of you down in Australia, that's about 593,000 cricket fields. And that all equates to just about this many miles. Okay, so I just ran out of battery, actually kind of far from my house, so I gotta walk back. But it looks like we went 20.1 miles. Overall, not bad for using dual motor the entire time and really shredding this thing. This is definitely a minimum range test. So the results are in. We ended up getting about 20 miles on our range test, which is honestly pretty good for a minimum range test. Now keep in mind, I was doing everything in my power to drain this scooter's battery. If I was just riding normally, I'd probably expect to get about 30 miles, which for a dual motor electric scooter of this sort is actually excellent. And with that being said, let me know what you guys think about the Eohora Tiger King. If you want to see more videos on this bad boy, just leave a comment and I'll know what to do. And I'll see you guys soon in the next one. Later.